your gameplay?
I started a few seasons ago. I try to make it a point to get to like gold 5 my first few seasons just so I can get the rewards. And then last season, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try climbing, and
Mm-hmm.
I duoed with support, and we got the gold 2 real quick. And then I ended up playing on like 5 teams with some friends for the rest of the season, so I didn't really go past there. Took a break for a while, came back, and now I feel like I am struggling just to maintain like gold 4 and gold 3. And
Interesting,
I don't
interesting.
know what's going on. I don't know if I'm just not playing very confidently, or if maybe I'm playing on autopilot since I took that break for a while. I'm just not sure what the issue is. But
Okay,
I know I'm
okay.
making mistakes.
So what's the goal? I guess short term slash long term.
Uh, like my personal goal, I guess, would be to at least hit plat, but
Okay,
I
okay.
I would like to strive for diamond eventually.
We have definitely plenty of months left in the season, right? So definitely a doable goal, I think, especially since it's not like with gold 5 we're like in the middle of gold, right? So what do you think you do well, and what do you think you need work on then?
What do I do well? I feel like I play pretty aggressively. Like I'm always looking to fight, and I know that's not always like the correct answer, but I typically feel like I'm pretty lane dominant. I know like a big problem I'm having is like I'll get ganked, or my jungler doesn't want to gank bot at all, and we'll end up getting like 4-man bot, and I was going even for the first like 10, 11 minutes, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're getting put behind, and I don't know
Interesting,
what to do about
interesting.
that.
Okay, so then which of these games do you want to take a look at first?
Uh, I guess the Zaya win.
Any reasons?
No, I played another Zaya game that I wanted to get looked at, but then I felt like it went too well, and or like it was just too much of a stomp. So I felt like there
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be as much to kind of learn from in there, and I felt like I made more mistakes, and this game was a little sloppier. So I figured it might be better to talk about.
Okay, fair, fair. So you say, interesting, interesting. Have you seen any of my other coaching videos, by the way?
Yeah,
I
I
was asked this
usually watch them
question.
at work.
What kind of topics have you kind of seen? I guess, or what kind of topics did they go over?
I know most of them go over the 4 different styles. You'll see bot lane, catch, all in, poke, trade,
Right, right, right. Very nice, by the
and
way.
holding spells. Thank you. And holding spells and getting as much value as you can out of them.
this
And
guy,
never
this
being
guy,
Caitlyn.
this guy held on to his flash for too long, I guess. Hold on to your spells, but I guess not that long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And don't use Kaylin E like that, right? But I guess you're more of a Zaya Varus player, right?
I mean, I'm actually a Jin main, but I want to do well on multiple champions.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
not a
What's going on here, though?
I know.
It- okay,
I
okay.
haven't played Jin in a while. I mean, you can see on the ranked season, he's like my most win rate or highest win
Mhm,
rate champion.
mhm.
But I haven't touched him in a while.
Most of what's it called? A lot of OPGG reviews are like always boil down to play as few champs as possible, which is what you're doing. And then the second piece of advice is always play your highest win rate, right? So I
Hmm.
I don't know what happened, but maybe you're like learning these champions so at the outset, and then the win rate looks kind of weird. But maybe if you find that Zaya or Varus is like not winning, try Jin again, right?
Right.
Um, were you like losing? Were you like want to change champions because you're losing on Jin, or you're
No,
just
I was
bored?
doing fine on Jin. I was just a little bored. I figured it'd be good to have like another two, like 1 or 2 ADCs that I could like play consistently well. So I had like at least something to do if Jin got banned or picked, or
Interesting,
kind of fell out of
interesting. Uh
flavor.
huh, uh huh. Oh, this guy's dying. Oh, goodbye. Very nice, very nice. So it looks like you're right in that looks like your fighting in lane seems very good. You definitely know how to follow up correctly, right? So what goes wrong in these games? Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I got the pink word. Very nice. We're gonna slow push. I think that's very good. I think that is fine. Oh, okay. Nice try. Sure. Fast forward. Wait, hold on. What do we do here? What's going on here? What would I say about this? What do you think?
Probably wasn't worth putting down because there's already a ward to the left.
Okay, let's pretend this word to the left didn't exist. What would I say about this still?
I can't tell. Is that the jungler top right now?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure then.
So, the general idea is, when do you go to ward? When do you go to ward?
When the lane's pushed in.
Up to what point?
Up the tower.
Right. So, what about this picture doesn't quite look right?
I did it too early.
Right. And why is it too early? See, it's always logical, right? So why is it too early?
Right. Because there's a chance I could miss minions.
Yes, and you're losing pressure because they're gonna clear immediately. They're gonna try and get rid of this big wave, and then on top of that, the reasoning may be something like, we're trying to ward for the enemy jungler, right? But if the enemy jungler ganks in this wave, you guys are winning anyways, so you want him to gank, right? And then the only reason you can really kind of come up with is, we're trying to pink this, so our jungler can come counter gank or something like that. But even then, I would say, it just doesn't make sense, right? That's just not happening, I think. So the kind of idea is just always go ward after you push it into their tower, like you said, right? When you push it into their tower, right? That's the big idea. That way you don't lose any kind of pressure, or they don't do anything to kind of mess with your plan, right? It's just not I think it's just not the correct timing, right? You need to break this kind of timing. You need a reason for it. Right, like I try to come up with a reason, like, oh, maybe we're trying to counter gank or something, but I don't think Vi's trying to counter gank or anything like that. Like this, like for example, once you push this in, bam, this would be the perfect time,
right?
Because they have to deal with these, right? Before they can like try and stop you, right? And then the reason why it's good is why can you go ward and they can't stop you?
I have my jungler nearby, or well, if they go to do anything, they lose all the minions.
Yeah, exactly, right? So you start walking to the tri-bush, they start walking to the tri-bush, you just back off, they start losing minions, okay? And then you just dance back and forth, and it's like, oh, well, they definitely can't stop you, right? So that's kind of the idea is, that's when you go ward, right? But then, see, it's the same thing here, right? Because now, if their junglers here, they can stop you. They don't have minions to fight off at their tower. Right, twofold. The reason is twofold, right? One is they're super far away at their tower, right? Because they're busy last hitting. And then the other reason is they're busy killing minions. So in this case, not only are they closer, but they don't have to immediately kill your minions or anything like that, right?
Okay.
So after you push it into the tower, like you said, that's when you go ward. Anything like this is how. How many times have you done this and then Rengar comes out or something like that? Has that happened before?
Now that you kind of pointed out, a lot of things are coming back.
Right, a lot of times it happens. It's happened to me. That's how you figure it out, right? Is that you get fucked by it, and then you're like, oh, maybe there's a way around it, right? So the solution is always after you push it into the tower. Okay, so here, what's going on? This is a easy win. They can't kill you guys, so you can do whatever you want. Let's see exactly how we did this. But Siobhan is here, thanks to the ward. It's kind of funny because I think it's really obvious that you went to ward, but she tried to gank anyways. And this hook is sick. I think nice try on the root. Probably could have rooted earlier, but whatever. That's not really an issue. Oh my god, you guys are taking a fat dump on it. This is an ulti here. Oh my god!
Yeah,
oh my, dude, this game is disgusting. Oh wait, how did she die? Okay, that's kind of awkward. Whatever. You have the right idea. Everything looks fine. Push this out. You base. Okay, very good. You can buy Infinity Edge if you really wanted to be spicy. Okay, if we said that maybe we don't want to go top here, what would that be?
We're already winning bot.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
You're destroying them right now. So it's true that this is not the worst option, but you might want to reconsider if you're winning bot super hard, right?
Okay.
But this still can be good, right? I think because you guys are winning so hard, you can go bot and then fight their golems. What do they do, right? You go bot, you fight their red buff. What do they do, right? In this case, we go top because we're gonna go fight their tower or Rift Herald, which is still fine, right? But maybe if this is a different top laner, you might have issues. Like Malphite, for example, you might have a problem.
Right.
Is he getting? He's getting away, isn't he?
I believe so.
Unless you flash for this, I don't think it's worth flashing for, right? You're just gonna heal. You can't really stop that. So you push, very good, and you take this, right? So swapping is not gonna be bad. It's just definitely consider your options, right?
Right.
And then one of the reasons why swapping too early could be dicey is because you don't have boots yet, right? So it's really hard to run from a gank or anything like that, right? They're gonna send their support. It's gonna be 3v4 or something like that. You gotta run. But I think you're so far ahead. It doesn't really matter where you go. You just, as long as you get your own lane, you're happy. Okay. And then you go mid. Sure. You want to go back top here. Oh, what's going on? This seems kind of dicey, but I think it's gonna work out because they're dead, and I guess they're not coming to stop your siege. So
would you say it's dicey just because you can't really see anybody on the map?
I would say it's dicey because usually in solo queue you're not gonna be able to do this. So the pattern is something like, oh, you clear mid and then you go back top because you're losing minions, right? But the reason why this is actually going to be good is because if you can get like mid tower for free, that's always really good, right? The only reason why I say it's dicey is because how do you know it's free?
I guess you don't.
Right, I'm not sure is the problem, right? It's like, oh, where's their bot lane and does their top lane have TP? And it's like, oh, maybe you're like, oh, since we have flash and ulti, we can fight our way out of a 2v3, right? Then it'd be okay. But the reason why it's dicey is because most people don't really play around the gank or the incoming fight, you know what I'm saying? So it turns out it's fine. You guys get the tower. And then Thresh is looking for something. There's nothing here for sure. Push more. And then you can base for item. We can even fight. What's going on? Let's see. You can't finish this. There's no way. You gotta get out. Sure. Base. Go top. I think that's fine. This guy is trolling. You're killing him for sure. Fast forward. Take this rift. Everything seems pretty much perfect in terms of macro. Now, can you tell me why we have less minions than we should?
I would say it's because I was fighting a lot.
Right. It probably has to do something with user time to get mid tower, for example, or in lane we're missing some minions for whatever reason. But overall, very good. Right. No real issues, I think, in terms of what you're doing. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, do you guys really want this? I guess you do. This is winning. Oh, is it winning? You gotta get out now. Oh shit! Everyone run! You're dying, I think, if you don't. Okay. This is working for sure. And then you can just push mid, push bot. I mean, push mid, push top. Either one works. You want to base? Sure. Take blue. Man, you guys are just walking all over them. There's nothing really much to say, right? Take red. Sure. You want to help this fight? Sure. Everything seems good. Is there anything wrong with the mechanical section of this fight? The targeting is good, but
I popped W too early.
Right. So our W is half over by the time we auto attack, right? So if you ever watch the other Zaya coaching videos, it's always the same thing as, you know, use your W first and then your Q, or use your W last, right? Okay. But you're so strong, it doesn't matter, right? You just kill them anyways. It's just it does make a difference when it's like an even fight, for example. I think you can chase this. That's fine. Oh, whatever. It works. You're gonna kill this guy too. I don't know how Zoe's supposed to get away. Oh, that is really awkward. Oh no. All right, whatever. You don't really care about that. You can even push this down. I think you guys might want to leave after tower, or even now. But whatever. You guys are fine. Oh. Okay. How come you know? How do you know you want to leave? I guess. When we look at this picture. Right. You have no people. You have no numbers. And what can you accomplish by staying? Is the second part of this.
I mean, I'd say we're wasting their time, but I couldn't think of a better reason than that.
All right. We're not getting anything done. Right. You're actually wasting your time, right? Because we want to kind of close out this game, and they're the ones who want to stall for, say, Tristana, right? Tristana and Tryndamere. So you guys are kind of it's kind of not productive. So you guys base eventually, which is good. But just you should know that you know, after this, it's just gonna be 5v3. You guys gotta leave, right? And you know the objective is, oh, okay, we want to hit the tower. You can't hit the tower. It's 5v3, and then you can say, oh, we want to clear this wave, and then it's like, okay, after you clear the wave, maybe you can leave after that. But you guys base, which is good. Go top, sure. I don't think you can die to this guy unless he has some crazy crit or something. So oh, okay, we gotta watch this then. What happened here?
I think he flashed. Yeah.
Oh no. So tell me what happened here.
I believe I should have held ult. I need to see it again.
Is there a reason? What's our reasoning for 1v1, I guess?
I just figured I was stronger than him and I could win, and then push top, take more minions, get more gold.
So pause here. Is he dead no matter what? Because your team is coming?
Oh, yes.
So there's no real need to kind of put ourselves at risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say because it's like, oh, you know, I feel like I can kill this guy. But, okay, let's say this is a Camille. Okay, can you 1v1 her?
No.
Right.
She's
How
just
come?
gonna jump right on me.
Right. You need something like you need some kind of concrete, you know, mechanical idea that's gonna work. Like say you're gonna ulti his spin and auto attack or something like that, right? You're gonna ulti Camille stun or anything like that. But if you don't have this kind of planned out, there's no way to say we're just gonna fight and win because I'm strong. It doesn't really work that way, right? Because if you're strong and you miss something, you're still gonna lose. Right, that's otherwise the game would be broken. Otherwise, the guy who gets ahead is just automatically gonna win. That's just doesn't make sense, right? So, in this case, it's just if you wanted to take the one, we're not gonna say the 1v1 is bad because I think it's doable. It's just if you want to take this 1v1, you have to have some kind of plan in mind. Like you're gonna ulti something specific, right? Or anything like that, right? Because it seemed like we were just ulting when we thought we were dying, right? I don't know. It's just. Don't take the 1v1 if you don't know you're gonna win, right? But I think you thought you knew you were gonna win, so it's like because the reason why it's not good is because that's the only way you can thread this game, right? It's just by randomly dying when ahead.
Gotcha.
When you say, what's the objective here?
Stay alive, make money.
Right, you just want to push. You're making money. You're already winning the game. There's no need to try and do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you try and do something, you have to make sure it works. Otherwise, you got a problem, right? Because now it's less certain you guys are winning, right? Because Tryndamere is one of their win conditions, right? Tryndamere splitting is one of their win conditions. So, right, trading kills is I would say not good, especially when you guys are ahead. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, maybe you guys want to cut Tryndamere off. Oh my god, he's just gonna spin all the way up in your base. Zed's trying to 1v5. That's interesting. You guys don't want this fight. How do you know? Oh wait, Tristana died. Okay, maybe this is a maybe actually. This is a 3v3, right?
Yeah.
This is okay. This is winning for sure. You just kill Zoe. Sure. Hit the closest guy. Doesn't really matter. You can even
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the burst from her.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I
had
think.
ult too. That's the worst part.
Right. I think there's a recurring pattern in terms of everything looks so perfect, and then it's like somehow we just died. You know what I'm saying? So the only real flaws we're really seeing are when you're fighting, you're not really you have the right ideas, right? In terms of where you should be, what you should be doing, for the most part, and how you should be fighting, right? But when it comes to how do they kill me, it seems like you're missing that part, right? Because it's like okay, how do they kill me? Shyvana is just going to auto attack reset or something like that, right? And it's like pretend like the way I think of the game is I don't even know what my score is when I'm playing, right? All I know is this thing is gonna kill me, and if I dodge it, I'm winning, right? Or I can follow up with this specific pattern, right? You're gonna Q auto attack E or something like that, and then as long as you can basically make sure you're not gonna die, you can't lose, right? So I think the only mistakes you've been making are you try and fight this guy and he kills you. Right, so that's kind of awkward. Oh, Oh, your Z flashed. Oh no. This Baron is okay. It's good. Their AD just shut up. It's fair. Push top. Sure. All right. It's kind of two strange deaths that kind of are stalling out the game. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't really make sense. Okay, your teammate just died, so this could be dicey. Okay, maybe we can get away with the tower and then run like hell. Oh, that's so good. Maybe we can win 4v5. You're gonna win 4v5. That was too good. You guys are winning now. As long as you don't die to Shyvana or Tristana. Okay, ulti is fine. Right? Ulti for kill is definitely good. Okay, you guys just end the game here or something like that. Okay. So the only things we saw were we randomly died. And of course, since it was like so clean up to those points, you guys still steamrolled. But you actually consider those points in the game kind of like big throws. Right? Because that's like the only way they can get back in the game. It's like when you get ahead, it's super important to make sure you don't lose that lead, right? Let's take a look at one of these to see if we can see if we can see more insight into this, because sometimes dying is okay, right? Like let's say they 5-man you kill someone, you die, that's fine. Your team is winning, right? They did not get enough for the 5-man dive. But let's say you're 1v1ing their top laner. And then, you know, the top laner is scaling Chandamir and you die, he dies. It's not good for your team. Right? Especially when you're like 6-0 and you gave up what's it called? A bounty. Right. Yeah. So that's like definitely something to look at. Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, I took his blue.
Oh no! Oh no! I hope he didn't int after this. Oh
I don't
no!
I don't remember if he did.
Oh no, dude! Oh, what's going on? Even your Nami's in shock, and he's like sitting there. Well, you're level 2, so this is fine. And you have Nami, so okay. What happened here? How come your Nami's AFK? What's going on?
I have no idea.
They should be winning, right? Well, actually. I think it should be winning. Even though you use your E, you have Nami wave. All right, whatever. Skip that part. That's just really weird. She started bubble. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay. Just you just push. You get level 2. She's gonna get wave, and you're happy, right? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, you get auto attacks and you E. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Wait, why are we taking minions? Hold up. Let's watch this again. Okay, one thing you can this is laning specific, you know, it doesn't seem to me like you need help with laning, but one important thing to do when you're the aggressor, right? When you're trading, after you trade, what do? Once you get the good trade, right? Back off, why?
Because they have sustain and they can just turn it around.
No. It doesn't matter what this matchup is. Why do you always back off after trade in a neutral wave?
I don't know.
So what's hitting you right now?
Minions.
Right, they're doing just like a lot of damage. So like
you
all.
Want to drop minions,
right, you want to leave immediately. Right, the instant you do this, you're backing off and dropping aggro. That's the plan, because what's the alternative? You can sit here and tank aggro. Doesn't make sense. Or you can chase after you used your trading. Right, your trading abilities, which also doesn't make sense. So you definitely want to drop aggro, because it's just taking damage for no reason. Right. Oh, he's dying, isn't he? Oh,
I think so.
You don't want this fight, right? How do you know? How do you know this is not good? What do we do wrong here? What do we do wrong here?
I didn't heal him right away.
You healed him fine, right?
Okay.
What's wrong with the picture? What's wrong with the picture?
I'm standing up towards their minion wave.
Right, they're hitting you, right? So this we know is automatic loss, right? So what should you do instead? I guess you know, one thing that would immediately help you is never tank their ranged minions, right? So when you go for the trade, you hit them and you run. That's not considered tanking. But if you walk up, you know, and trade and all in, that's considered tanking.
Okay.
Right, or something like that. So when you see something like this, there are a few things that are going on here, right? One, this is already losing, because your Nami's dying.
Right.
Right. So you guys should be in the mindset, we need to play for more value, right? We need a kite. We need to make them chase us, or we need our minions to hit them, or something like that, right? So that's the first step. first thing, first concept, I guess. And the second concept is we don't take range minions, right? It's specifically range minions. You don't care about melee minions. They don't do anything, right?
Yeah.
The only thing melee minions do is like body block you, so don't worry about that. The range minions are an important part, right? So that's kind of the big thing that happened here is that we tanked, right? Let's say you didn't tank. What would have happened?
I could have backed off and flashed out. Or, well, I mean, if I needed to, I could flash out of there, but I could have backed off in the first place and got away.
Right, but yeah, you can save Nami, right? All you have to do is hit Jinx and then throw your E, and then you win, right? For sure, that's winning. I would say that's winning for sure. Because she has no flash. She like flash after Nami or something like that, right? So the problem is that we were just tanking minions, right? You don't want to tank minions. I think that's a something we saw, you know, like the level 1 too as well, right? Like, let me see. Let's take a look. Da 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 da. Maybe fast forward. Like this is considered good, and then you have to back off. I don't know where it is, but I saw it earlier too. I think it was level 1 when Nami was like AFK or something. You were tanking minions as well, right? It's 9 times out of 10, 95 times out of 100 is bad, right? And the only time you want to do it is if you're like baiting them, right? You have a jungle coming and you're like, oh, I'm taking minions. You're like pretending to be stupid or something, right? That's like the only case where you tank minions. Or you have a TP or something, right? It's all baits. You have more people, so tanking minions is not as bad, right? But generally speaking, you never want to tank range minions. So okay, I think that's fine. Like she's automatically losing because she's taking. Look at this, right? You see, you see what's going on, right? That's kind of one thing you can definitely take a look at, right? You traded. The idea of you trading is fine. Like everything was good in lane up until we're just eating their range minion damage, right? Oh, Warwick is ganking. I don't think this is working unless. Oh, that's sad, right? That's not working for sure. Why does he keep going? Oh, what is going on? Okay, whatever. Nothing to do with you. You try to help, which is fine. Fast forward. Let's see what's going on here. So far we have the idea of in laning, don't take minions, and out of laning, figure out, when you're fighting, figure out how you die, like to what specifically, right? And then make sure you don't die to that before you hit stuff, right? That's kind of the first priority. But you had the right idea in terms of pushing, rotating, helping your team. All that was very good, right? From that last game. Okay, what's going on here? Push, do dragon. I think that's fine. You guys have ulti. They come and try and stop you. You're gonna kill them. Base, sure. Go bot, sure. I think one of the reasons why we're missing minions is because we died, right? So wouldn't worry too much about that. But what would I say about this?
Not a lot of value out of the E.
Right. Why is that?
They're pushing it anyway, and it's not hitting anyone on the other team with stacks. Right.
It's just there was no need to use E on the minions, right? You can just normally last hit them. You know what I'm saying? In what cases is this good? Would you say?
I would say it would be good against someone who could shove us in.
I would say on Varus specifically is never good because when you use abilities on minions, you're saying like our first priority is clear these minions, and maybe something like you're getting TP'd on, right? You're getting dove, right? But for Varus specifically, if you're getting dove and you use this on the minions, it doesn't kill the minions anyways.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe on Xayah, right, or maybe Saber, right? But on Varus, you always save E, right? There's never a case where I'm pretty sure there's never a case where you want to use E on minions, right? So that's just a side note, but I think you only did that once, right? Most of the time you're looking for this big trade. You can kill this guy. You ulti him. Oh, okay, whatever. It's fine. We went for the trade, which is still good, right? You have the right idea. How do we? Why would I say you can kill him here?
His partner's far away from him.
Right, and in terms of our categories, what categories do you guys have that they don't?
Catch.
Agreed.
And I guess all in.
Agreed. Why is Varus all in?
His ultimate.
I would say his ulti is more of catch, right?
Okay.
And then yeah, catch leads into all in. But what allows Varus to have max potential damage? Like when we talk about all in, it's very much about the idea of who can do more maximum potential damage, right? So Lucian's all in because his max potential damage is like get passive double shots off every ability and auto cancel every ability, right? So that seems like a lot of damage. And something like Caitlyn is not all in because what's her maximum potential damage?
She's poking. It's not that. You need to either land a headshot or like a trap or something.
Right, it's like impossible, right? You can't guarantee it. But Varus has max potential damage because all you need to do is stack and then use your abilities, right? Yeah, the only way they can dodge it is by flashing, right? So that's how you know you can kill her. But let's just match up, right? You guys kill her anyways. That's an easy catch, right? They were gonna die eventually. They were pushing up like crazy. You can even try and get this guy. But maybe too far. Oh, you're definitely killing him. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine too, right? Saving it for this Jarvan that's coming is not bad. This is winning for sure, right? You just E and then block Jinx ulti and is winning. Oh my god. Oh, what the?
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. How are you losing these games? You're so much better than these people. What's going on? Fast forward. We need to watch the out of lane. The only way you lose these games is if you throw mega hard like by yourself, right? That's actually like the only way. Let's see. Fast forward. You're trying to hope. I don't think there's anything here. You don't have ulti, so good luck. You want to roam mid? Sure. You can clear mid. Sure. Okay. What are we doing here? That's generally considered a mistake. If you've seen my other coaching videos, I always talk about this.
Sorry, hold on. My mic was disconnecting right there. Did you say that one more time?
What are we doing here that's generally considered a mistake?
Autoing the tower.
Right. And why is autoing the tower generally considered a mistake?
Because it's like autopiloting, I believe you said in one of the other videos.
I think it can be related to it, but more times than not, this is not going to be a good idea, right? Because in solo queue, what's gonna happen 9 times out of 10 is they just come out and engage, and you guys automatically lose, right? Because you're under their tower. Oh my god, how did that happen? But I think you guys are getting away with it, right? So sure, you can hit the tower if you can get away with it, but you know you have to. The reason why we say it's a mistake is because if you want to hit this, what conditions have to be met?
I would say we need to have vision around.
Okay, that's true. Right, it's something like you have a plan for every way they can engage. Right. Is the idea, right? So, do we have a plan for every way they can engage? Probably not, right? What about this TP up here? How do you guys beat that?
Can't. I don't know how we could at this point.
Right, it's like the thing is you're not sure, right? That's the problem is that you need to have an idea, and not only that, not only do you need to know every kind of way you guys can get engaged on. Your team has to know as well. Otherwise, they're gonna waste the bubble, and then all of a sudden you guys are screwed, right? So that's the reason why I say don't hit the tower, right? Unless they're dead or something like that. But turns out you guys get away with it, and then this is a free dragon. He has no HP, right? Someone might want to go mid here though. Okay, what's going on here? Pull out. I think it's too late for that. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, tell me what's going on in this dragon. What's going on here?
What do you mean? Like we're all on the one side and they're staying.
Okay, let's back it up. When do you remember our discussion?
When do we take drag? When the lane's pushed up?
Yes, right. When do we ward? When you push the lane. What's considered pushed? It's at their tower. Okay, so fast forward here. What's going on? Where's the wave?
I think they're about to meet in the middle, aren't they?
Quick tip is look at your own minions, and you'll know where the enemy wave is.
Right? Okay.
So it's not pushed.
Yeah.
Right. So pushed is considered is this right here, right? Right. You literally just killed all their minions. That gives you the maximum amount of time to do something. So one thing that's going wrong here is that you didn't push first. So let's say they send people to stall you guys, and then someone solo pushes mid. You guys are in trouble. Right. Second reason. What's the second reason that this is dicey here?
We're man down. I mean, if Camille has Tifa, Ariasu is dead.
Right, you got there's a man disadvantage here, and then there's a third reason as well. There's a third reason as well, right?
I don't know the third reason.
Is this worded?
No, there's no pink word down.
Is the I guess the better question is do they have a word on it? Right. Even though you guys popped this plant earlier, right? They can just put down another word, right? So you guys have no clue. They can just see you guys doing it, right? There's a problem here is that he can just steal it, and then you guys are losing, right? So it's just disaster, right? In terms of this. So let's say you know it's solo queue, right? So something like this is gonna happen whether you like it or not. So what's your priority here? What's your first priority?
Staying alive.
Yes, right. Because if let's say if they jump in and steal the dragon and you kill everyone, is that worth for them?
Yeah.
Right. And the other alternative is you guys get the dragon and you kill everyone, still winning, right? But if you guys all die for the dragon, how bad is that?
Pretty bad.
And then if you guys no one dies but they steal the dragon, how bad is that, right? So it's just the only way you can consistently get good outcomes is by staying alive, right? Instead of trying to suicide for this dragon, right? So in this case, what should you be looking to do here?
I think I should be looking to stay out of Dragon Pit, or like more to my right. I mean,
Right,
when I walked into the pit, that was kind of suicide for me.
Right. So
flanked.
let's watch Jinx. All right. Let's see what's going on here. 3, 4, 4 or 5 autos plus traps. Right. So it's like doesn't quite make sense. Right. So where should you stand? I guess is the idea. Since Akali is the flanker, I guess where should you stand? You know, it's Akali and Jarvan.
I would say behind my team.
Something like here.
Yeah.
Right, you can see my mouse, right? Something like here, something like up here. Maybe if Akali's really strong, you just need to ulti her, right? Anything like that. But in the pit is a mistake, we would say, right? Because they don't need you. They don't need your damage to finish this or whatever. It's just gonna be a smite fight. So that's the big idea. Is we are kind of we need to get our priorities in order. Oh my God, he's not getting away. I hope. Okay, nice. We need to like prioritize living over everything else, right? That's like the kind of theme of your gameplay that we're seeing is that it's kind of like dying when there was no real there's no real threat, right? Like against the Tryndamere, you could have just walked away, right? Against the Shyvana, right? We were just chasing, right? We could have just walked away as well, right? Against in that dragon fight, right? We kind of like walked into the pit, right? I think you were trying to like look for an ulti or something. So you guys can get even you're looking for something, but remember that the first priority is staying alive, right? You can look for something after you've met that condition, because if you look for something and then you die, it's just like it had the opposite effect of what you wanted to do, right? Okay, there's a fight going on here. You're coming to help. There's gonna be an ulti flash. You can even just ulti him. Oh, okay, very nice. Wow, you even snuck an auto attack in there too. You really wanted to kill this guy. Oh shit, you guys are dying, aren't you? 100% dead, right? Right. This is a lot of like dying when we definitely could have not died, right? How do we know we're dying here?
Camille shows up, and I already burned flash.
Yeah, so we just don't see her, right? And then she's here, and then it's like, I guess we didn't see her or something. Oh no, you did see her, right?
I did see her on the map. I didn't realize she was just gonna fly across, and I don't know.
It's like, how do you know you're winning this fight? How do you know you win this 2v2? What's the reason that lets you win this 2v2?
Nami lands a bubble and she misses her stun.
I would say you're still losing, even if that happens.
Okay.
Right. Because there's no way to really stop Soraka heals and Camille true damage. You have no flash. There's no way. Right. It's like you need a big reason. Like say for example, you can ulti her, Nami lands bubble, and you kill her before she can come out. For example, that could be a reason, right? Anything like that. But the reason why you automatically lose is because we have no way to beat her, right? Look at this. Look how like one-sided this was, right? You need a concrete reason to win. Let's say for example you have a stopwatch, right? That could be a reason, right? You're stalling damage or something like that. Even if you have stopwatch, I think you're losing, right? But you need to have a reason to be able to take fights. I think that's like the thing you're missing is that you'll like die trying to do something. It's like weird. Like you're just always dying when there's no kind of threat to you, right? I think it's just you need to prioritize your safety, over everything,
Okay.
right? You do everything right in terms of what you should be doing. Oh, we're farming. Oh, a fight's happening. We should go take a look, right? All that is really good. And then when it comes to something like this, are you dead here?
Yes.
And how? How?
He's over the wall to me, and my team is not going to be able to.
Right, I agree. And you can make the argument that she can't see you, but you know, the instant you auto attack, she sees you, so you still die, right? So there's nothing you can do here, right? This is the kind of ideas that you're trying to fight, but you're not prioritizing your safety, right? All you have to do is just turn around and you're done, right? And how do you know she has stun or ulti or whatever? You don't, so you assume it's up, right? That's kind of the problem. And then you can also say, oh, we should be looking down here too. Are we playing on lock screen, by the way?
No, I hold my thumb on the space bar.
Okay. That's good. Oh yeah, we're just dead here, right? So that's kind of the idea, is that your mechanics and you know the things you want to do are generally correct. It's just sometimes when you want to do something, you don't do the first step, which is first step is make sure we're alive. Make sure we're staying alive first, and the second step is you're thinking, oh, can we do this? And then the third is, what's the counter play? Right. So you need to make sure you're safe. Well, I guess you can turn around the order of operations. You're like, oh, we want to do this thing. Am I safe? What's the counter play? Right. Something like that. But we're missing the step of, you know, don't die. That's like the step we're missing. Here, are we dead?
Yes.
I agree. How? How do you know you can't win 2v2?
Well, I mean, I would assume both their ults are up, and it's J4 and Camille.
You have no reason that tells you can win this.
Yeah.
Right. Everything tells us you can't win this. Okay, you have solo lane jungle versus AD carry support. Okay. Second reason is, you know, the matchup. Your Nami is not all in, so you gotta catch someone and then kill them. Then that's winning. Right, then you could say something like, we're hiding in this bush, insta kill, and then turn on Jarvan. That could be winning, right? But matchup, just straight up, just straight up matchup, you guys are losing. And then third is, you don't know where Jinx is. Here comes a rocket or something like that, right? You don't have a reason to win this, so you can't fight. I think that's the problem, is that you're like, you know they're coming, and you're like, oh, we can win this fight, but there's no concrete reason to win. So that's like automatic losing, right? It's like automatic loss. There's no way, right? That's the only kind of problem you're having, I think, is that we're just dying, right? I think that's like the basic way to say it, is that we're just dying, and every time you die is considered a throw.
Right. Okay.
Right, because now we're losing the game, right? We were like, okay, so this is 22 minutes, right? So when we're at this point, let me see, you can win the game by yourself. Right, land every single ulti, get all your waves if nothing is happening. You can actually solo this game, right? In terms of being so strong and having good, you know, team fighting and all that stuff. This is like, they can't do anything really, right? But then this happens, and it's like kind of the same story in terms of what's going wrong, right? So that's definitely the one thing you need to focus on. It's good because everything else looks really good. It's just this one issue, right? This guy just dies, right? How do you know that you can just kill this guy? Well, I guess you're just helping your team. It looks obvious, right? It's 1v3. He's just gonna die, and you hit him with the ulti. So, oh, that's why do we not hit tower? This is why, right? I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like they're throwing too. Maybe you guys can Baron. I think you guys should Baron instead of just trying to kill this guy. But whatever. Push. Sure, you can't Baron for whatever reason. Maybe Camille's too strong. Maybe you can't tank it. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on? How do you know this is win? How do you know this is winning?
She is completely called out in the middle of our team in a minion wave.
Right, man advantage. Man advantage. The first thing you look at is number of people. Okay, so number of people tells you you're winning this automatically, right? So you can just ulti her. It's over. You don't even have to ulti her, I guess. You can even save it. Oh, maybe you should ulti her. Okay, no, you can ulti someone else. That's fine. And then you guys are looking at Baron. Sure, you can ulti this guy. Oh no! Oh, you hit her. Oh, you hit her, right? How come you knew? How come you don't want to ulti her? I guess.
Because can't she? I don't know her kit that well, but doesn't her shadow like let her jump over walls like that?
That's true, but she's also just invisible, right?
Right. Okay.
So even if you ulti her, you can't hit her. right? So it's kind of wasted there. But yeah, it's like this is kind of like a unique case because she's Akali, right? But we don't actually worry about that. I don't think that's something you need to worry about. All your other ultis were very good, right? We would say. Let's see. Go top, sure. Clear this out. Get red, sure. There's a fight mid. What's going on? Their Jarvan is kind of far out. Oh, goodbye, Soraka. Right? You just kill. Oh no.
Yeah, I whiffed.
Oh yeah. Okay, unlucky. Oh Jesus. Yeah, you're dead here, right? Nothing you can do. So this is the problem. The one issue you're having, okay? Maybe, you know, you got tilted this game, so you're missing ultis, but this is the one problem is that you need to make sure that you're not going to die. Right? And there are arguments that say, you know, sometimes when you die, you can get something out of it. That's not it's just, the game doesn't really work that way for AD carries right now, right? 99 times out of 100, dying is incorrect option, right? Let's say like unique cases, basically, or edge cases are breaking that rule. Like say, for example, you're playing Twitch and you come out of stealth, you kill 4 people and you die. Was that worth?
Yeah. Right.
You would say that's worth, but that's such an edge case that we don't even like kind of teach that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the thing that'll help you the most is just focus on not dying, right? So how do you do that? How do you focus on not dying?
I would say the only thing I can think of is like just playing behind my teammates, like staying as far away from like any engagers as I can.
So
just autoing the safest person, like the closest person within range.
Right, in team fights it's like who can kill you? Okay, what's gonna kill you in these fights?
Akali,
okay.
J4.
Okay, what specifically though?
J4 knock up and ult, Camille's E and ult, Akali can dash to me.
Alright, so that tells you must stay out of range of, you know, Jarvan flash combo, Camille E into ulti, and Akali dash, right? So, what are we, you know, in range for? Oh, it turns out Camille, right? Even if you flash this, you're just dying, right? There's no way. You have to come up with something like you need to flash over the wall after she ultis you, and you need to make sure she has no E, and you have to make sure that she has no flash, so she can't flash over you, right? So that's the thing, is that before you hit anything or hit anyone, that's what you got to do. So after you miss this ulti, I think this ulti is really good luck, right? Why is this ulti a really good luck?
Because, I mean, we could have just picked off the Soraka real quick.
Right, agreed. And there's no counterplay because you can see this, so Camille's not here, right? And then what happens after you miss is what we're doing right here. Forward. Right, exactly. So that's the problem, is that we're kind of throwing. This is like the one way you throw is we just keep dying, right? And you fast forward, your team's all dead because there's nothing they could have done, right? Now the game's kind of almost unsalvageable, right? Oh my god, no way! You guys are sneaking this? No way! Oh, here comes Camille. Finish the Baron. Oh, finish it! Oh, run! Everyone run! Oh, you're dead. You missed ulti. There's no way. Oh, you got Victor still. Okay, he missed. Okay, you kill Akali, is winning. Oh, okay, wow. Oh my god. Somehow you guys are back in this. Let me watch this actually. What happened? Oh, they went for Inferno. Oh, that was pretty smart actually. Inferno is like one of the biggest dragons that will bait a team because they're like, oh, let's go to Inferno, and then you guys just do Baron. Very nice. Wow. Interesting. How you guys got it. So let's rewatch this sequence of events here. So we're finishing the Baron, and then you just hit the closest guy. Okay, sure, miss ulti. But this is 1v3, so you guys are winning. And then you see a problem here though, right? In this fight, it's the same thing we talked about the last 30 minutes, right? What's the problem here?
I'm walking forward after missing stuff.
Well, you killed him, right? So you didn't really miss anything. Right. But remember what your first priority is, right?
Staying alive.
Right. So remember the things you told me that were gonna kill you. What were the things that you told me were gonna kill you?
J4's combo.
And what else?
Akali's dash.
So are you in range of both?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the problem, right? Is you guys actually lose this if she Q autos and combo, right? And then they turn on Victor. You know, this is actually losing the game because they can end here, right? So that's the kind of the problem you're having, right? This is like the only problem you're having, is we're just we're just kind of not making sure we're safe first, right? Safety is number one, right?
Now,
Oh no, we die here too, don't we?
On a quick side note.
Yeah.
So for like laning, if a lane wasn't going well and like I was playing on the defensive, is that still like that whole idea just applies the entire
Oh
time?
yes,
Stay alive.
100%,
Even if I'm losing
100%.
off a lot of farm.
Of course.
even
All right,
if,
let me
like,
show you
it's
an
just going
example.
really
Let's see.
shitty, just stay alive.
Let's see if we can pull up an example right now. Definitely one of these Twitch games the other day. Let me see. How many days ago was it? I think I ended like 7. This one? Maybe it was this one. Is it this game? I'll find you a really good example. Don't worry. Don't worry. Maybe this one? Let's see. It's definitely not this one. This is a likely candidate. No, they were trolling this game. Okay, let me find it real quick. But let me tell you, in theory, if you're losing lane, right, and you try and make some kind of crazy play, how do you know that's gonna work?
I mean, I assume you just don't know it's gonna work.
Right, it's not gonna work, and if it does, you didn't get better, right? And not only that, but you're kind of ruining your chances later to come back in the game, right? Like, they could have made a mistake, but you can't capitalize on it anymore. Oh my god, where is it?
So you're better off on just kind of letting them push you under tower if you get whatever CS you can, and then if they take the tower, they take the tower.
Right, exactly. Like sometimes your support just like straight inting, and there's nothing you can do. Okay, here we go. All right, let's take a look at this. Die twice, right? How much CS do I have at 11 minutes?
71.
Right. So tower's gone, dragon's gonna be gone. We lost total control of the game. Right. So the only way to really come back is how?
I mean, in these situations, I normally just keep trying to push bot out past the river and keep that dragon pitish area.
Right. How come we can't push here? Why can't we go for another wave?
Because we have no vision of red side jungle, and we're down a tower.
Right. There people missing. Right. So literally anyone on their team can kill me. Right. And then maybe if they show up somewhere else on the map, you can push. But you know, they didn't show up at all, right? So I have to base, right? Where's their jungler? I have no idea. Jungle 1v1s me. We're very unhappy, right? So the only way you can come back is by scaling, right? You need to find a way to make money, right? Like let's say, oh, their bot lane's mid, so we can do this, right? Because they based or whatever, right? Something like that. And then, you know, as long as you are staying alive and somehow scaling, right? It's up to them to throw, right? And then you can eventually win, right? Especially at your ranks where someone will always throw, you know what I mean? But the number one priority is you need to find a way to not die and make money, and then you can come back in the game. That's like the only way. Like in this case, it's 2 to 9, game's over, right? In a sense. So you know, how do you come back in this game? Well, they make the first mistake, you're winning, right? So how do you know this fight is winning up here, or what's the idea behind this fight?
Man advantage.
Right, we're trying to get more people quick, right? And then even though we're super down, you can kind of use this idea to come back in the game, right? Oh, maybe we can trade kills, right? 3v3, but we got more value because we aimed their AD carry, something like that. But then, you know, if I had died another time this game, right? Then how can you scale? Right? You can't make any money. You can't do anything in the game, right? We already died twice. It's not getting any better. You have to wait for them to kind of screw up, right? Then
what in my elo, I have the problem a lot. Like I'll go to catch the bot wave farm because like nothing really needs to happen on the map right now, and then everybody just wants to ARAM mid real quick, and then all of a sudden I'm getting like flame ping.
You mute them because they're straight. They're not good. They're not good at the game.
If
right.
my whole team wipes, like is that just a matter of like?
But you got the money, right? It is bad luck because your team was actually just trolling or something, right? Like if that ever happens to you, send it to me, and I'll tell you you're right or wrong. But generally speaking, your team shouldn't be so far up that they get engaged on 5v4, right? If they sit under tower, they cannot lose 4v5, basically, right? Like, but for us, this is like the important part where no matter what, you can't die, right? Why can't I clear these minions?
Because she could walk up on you and kill you.
Yeah, how does she do it?
I would say she can either Q, auto catch, or just run you down with W.
Right, you're gonna run me down with W and then ulti E flash. So we have no way to stop that. So there's no way you can defend this tower, right? But you know, as long as you're trying to make money, right? And then something like this will happen where they're kind of overextended with less people in this picture, right? You can assume their solos are not here. So this is an automatic win. You have more people. You find this fight, you win the game. That's kind of the idea, right? But if you die, it's the opposite, right? So let's flip the tables. We're playing Xayah. They're throwing right now, right? Because we have more people, and then they're about to give up Baron, right? They all die. One death is already throwing, right? So we came back in the game. Second death is definitely throwing, right? And then after, you know, their whole team dies because one dude made a mistake, you know, game's pretty much over. And the opposite direction, right? Now we scaled enough, and then you fast forward, we just win the game, right? That's how you. It's kind of how you win. Is that if you're behind, you need to find a way to scale and not die, right? And if you're ahead, it's the same thing. You need to scale faster and not die, right? Because dying is kind of the throwing of League, for AD carries at least, right? So something like this, right? How do we know it doesn't work? Remember our discussion on hitting tower and stuff. What conditions must be met?
We need vision of everybody.
Not necessarily vision, but what are the ways they engage?
Right.
And can you beat it? Can you beat every way?
No.
So what are the let's start with what are the ways. So come up with as many ways as you can think of.
Right now, J4 or Camille could jump over. Well, I guess all three of them could jump over the wall and focus me real quick.
Right. So anything like Camille over the wall, Jarvan over the wall. You can say Jinx traps over the wall works too. You can say a Kali TP. You can say a Camille TP. There's so many things here, right? There's like at least 5 or 6. So that's how you know this is automatic loss. Is that you can't do anything. It's like the reason why you're kind of dying is you're putting yourself in a spot that you cannot win. It's literally impossible. Remember when you and Nami are pushing top and Jarvan Camille there? Literally impossible, right? Unless you guys hide in a bush and you insta kill someone or something, right? It's just not possible, right? So then what's the idea? What should we do instead? Well, if you don't know what to do, this is already winning. Pushing and making money is already winning, right? So if you don't know what to do, doing wraiths is still making money, right? Doing something like Scuttle, letting your team go first. Like Warwick can tank Camille Engage, for example. Anything like that is a better alternative than what we're doing, right? Anything like sitting mid is better too, right? Because when you push, what happens?
They have to respond to the pressure.
Right, they have to show up. Otherwise they lose all the minions, right? So you push for 5 minutes in a row, they don't show up. You guys have so much money over them, so that's why they can't just sit in this corner all day, right? You guys are actually losing this game, aren't you?
Yeah, we lose it.
You guys got the Baron somehow, but then you guys lose anyways. Oh no, it's the same thing here, right? How do we know we can hit this guy without dying?
I have a teammate between me and him.
You can just dash through him, right? Now, how do we know? How do we know we can hit him?
Tower and man advantage.
Okay, what kills you is a better question.
I would say Raka, Silence, or Q, and then Kali turns on it.
I would say you still got the same. It's the same thing of what you told me before. You still got Camille and you still got Jarvan combo.
Okay.
Right. Even Jarvan ulti is killing you because you're stuck in the ulti. Right. Anything like a Kali turn is actually could be winning. Right. But maybe you have this tower here, so you say we can kill her. But it's still the same things, right? What if she had just stunned you here? How do you dodge a stun? You can't. You have no flash, right? So it's still the same things here, right? Just because he misses doesn't mean you guys should play like they're gonna miss. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that Camille definitely did not miss.
Another team had played that exact scenario better. It would have gone.
Right. If we're trying to make the goal of platinum, right? Do you think a platinum player would miss something like? Well, I don't think a platinum player would just. What is this? Let me see this. What is this? Take a look at this one. Right here. Bam! I don't think that would really happen, right? So the idea is that we want to be... everything you're doing is good except for the part where we don't die. That's the part you're missing. So that's the real focus, okay? That's the real focus for what we're going to be looking at in everything. Everything you do. So when you want to push a wave, what is your first thought?
Am I going to survive?
How can they stop me?
Okay.
Right, you want to do this? How do they stop me, right? You want to push wave, how do they stop me? You count all the people that are missing, right? You start dragging, you say, how do they stop me? They're going to walk in from the sides, you got to leave, right? You want to hit the tower, how do they stop me? There's 3 ways they can engage, definitely don't hit the tower, right? In team fights, how do they stop me, right? that's probably one that'll help you the most in terms of being able to spread this idea to the other parts of your gameplay, right? And in any kind of fight, how do they stop me? Before you hit someone, you must come up with all the ways they're gonna kill you, right? Like obvious examples are blitz hook, right? Or Camille stun, right? Or Camille ulti, right? What's another obvious example? Okay, Swain's what's it called? His E, right? That's another one, right? Or Zoe's sleep, anything like that. You have to think of that. You have to literally like say it out loud first before you can hit someone. That's the that's kind of how you can fix it, or how you can get better at it, right? Like say for example, you're like, oh, it's gonna be a Jarvan combo, and then you see Jarvan combo used, then you can hit someone, right? Or maybe they're not in range, then you can hit someone. But until you can satisfy the condition that you're not gonna die, you can't hit anyone. Okay, that's the rule. That's the rule we're gonna impose for your play style, because everything else is good. You have the right idea, good value on good value on abilities. You want to push. You want to play it along the matchup in lane. All this stuff is like really good, except for we're just like down. Like, how did you live here? How did you live here?
I'm a badass.
I have no clue, right? I have no clue. This should be losing 100%, right? And then we even burn sums, right? So the kind of idea is, what should we do instead? What should we do instead?
I would say play back farther.
Right. All you have to do is ulti this guy and then hit the closest guy, and then make sure that when a Kali goes on you, what's your plan?
I would say flash immediately. I think I hesitated on the flash a little bit.
Yeah, as long as you can come up with something, you're good to go, right? But you're just like standing next to her shroud, right? Something like you're gonna hit the closest guy, and then the instant she dashes, you're gonna heal and E, and then she dashes a second time. That's flash, right? That would be basically a perfect way to do it. But you need to come up with something. Right? I think you're just like trying to hit them as hard as you can, and then we just die, right? This is also like some kind of Camille stun here. Right, you could say,
yeah,
right?
Done it.
You're not prepared for it, right? So you could get caught by that. So that's like the big idea that we're seeing here in terms of your gameplay. Like here, how do you know you can kill these guys? How do you know this is losing?
Because it's by myself.
Right, you don't have a way to win is the idea. Okay, first is man advantage, right? Then second is you say you die to Camille stun and Camille ulti, so you're in range, right? And you can say something like, "Oh, I just saw her use it." So you're trying to click her. What happens if she walks away and comes back, right? So it's the same thing, right? It's the same idea. Is like you need to get this idea down. Is that your first priority is to live, right? That's your number one. I don't care, dude. If you can end every game with 0 deaths and you're losing, it's because you're in base, AFK, right? If you have 0 deaths every game, you're gonna win every game. I promise. Okay, it's like that's like playing the best you can. Is having 0 deaths, right? And then it's like if you see like kill potential on someone, like say for example, we go back in this replay, and no, this is not the right one. We go back in this replay. You're looking on the pick on Soraka, right? The first thing you do is actually don't know where it is. The first thing you do is you need to make sure you're safe, because let's say what happens if you go for the pick and then you get instantly deleted from the side, right? It's still the same problem, which is why this is the number one priority is staying alive. Right. I actually can't find it. I don't remember what it was, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's like the big idea, right? And then if for laning, it's just like don't take minions. I think that was the only problem you really had. But let's like fast forward to these real quick, because I think we really got the idea down, right? Like let's take a look at what's going on here. They have a missing mid laner. Oh.
Yeah, I just did this right there.
Right. So this is the idea: is you want to do something. Right, what do you want to do here? This is the first step, is you want to do something. So what are you trying to do here?
I would say ward something.
Okay, maybe you're trying to push or something, right? So that's the goal. The second step is look at the map. Okay, we see the map right now, right? That's actually what I did when I saw the mid laner is missing. And then the third thing you say is, who can stop me?
I don't know who they have on the other team off the top of my head in this game, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like,
yeah.
How are they gonna come out of the woodwork and kill me?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, so KO and Rek'Sai are top, right? And then we saw mid for a second, whatever. Let's pretend we didn't see mid, right? Or we don't have the ward there. Who can stop me? Okay, I see TP and I see mid lane missing and support is missing. So, can you beat that? You say no, so you stop doing the thing you wanted to do, right? And that's how you can prevent this, right? Every time you say you want to do something. You look at the map, who can stop me? And then in team fights, you say, what do you want? You want to hit this guy. 2, how did they stop me? Right? Because But you can even say, look at the map during a team fight because they're out of vision, right? How many times have you been blindsided by a TP on the side, right? All the time, right? So you still got to look at the map. So in general, these are the 3 steps you want to try and implement in your gameplay. Okay, and I promise you this will help. I promise you this will help you win games, right? This will help you get better. Is this kind of process, right? It's like, let's say for example, what are we trying to do right now?
Go mid, take farm.
Okay, and then second step is what?
I would say group and ward for dragon.
Remember, like our method we just came up with, right? In terms of how do we know we can do this thing, right?
Oh.
So you want to do this thing. The second step is we look at the map, right?
Okay.
And the third step is who can stop me, right? So who can stop you here?
Right now, everyone other than their mid laner and support, it looked like.
Right, and their AD carry just died, right? So then you say, oh, it's Rek'Sai and KO versus me and Warwick. Okay, how do you know that this is winning? Or this is losing or whatever?
Rek'Sai and KO, I would say it's losing because Kale has her ult, probably.
Right, so that means you don't face check anything. You're good to go. You just push the wave, don't face check anything. You run when they show up. And then all of a sudden you see KO, so it's just Rek'Sai. You know you're winning because it's 2v1 mid. Right, that means you can push and you're good to go, right? So that's why we know this is safe, is that there's literally no way they can stop you. Oh, all of a sudden you see Rek'Sai, then there's definitely no way. Right? You just fucking push down 2 towers, right? Fast forward, and then you push down 2 towers, right? That's kind of how we know, right? Is that there's no way, like this is how we know what to do, is we pick the option where they can't stop us. Right, like farming waves is most of the time they can't stop you, right? Or clearing waves. I don't know what Jinx is doing, but this is a throw too, right? Now she gives up this tower and she gives up dragon and she gives up maybe Rift Herald, right? So I don't know what she's doing, but oh, why are we trying to fight KO, right? How do we know we can win?
We don't.
Yeah, we don't win, right? I agree. I don't know how we can win, so we don't win, right? You have to say something like, oh, our Rage Blade is charged up, so we're going to auto attack E, auto attack Q, and then ulti or something. I don't know, dude. It's just like it doesn't make sense, right? I think it's possible, but we can't really figure out a way. Oh, you're dying here, aren't you? You don't have a Q, so there's no way you can win that.
I think I almost outplayed it, and then I get fucked.
All right, you're just dying here for sure, right? There's no way you can win this unless you had your Q maybe.
I walk back in and I get killed.
Right, and then you can even say he didn't even play this well, right? What did he ulti? Like nothing. Right, he needed to ulti your E, and then oh, right. So this is the problem, right? This is the idea, right? So one is, what are you trying to do?
I thought I could kill him now that the ult was down.
Yeah. Oh, that's just, I guess that's just like knowing your damage or something. But in this case, let's try and apply the process, right? So we're here, we push this down. What do you want to do?
At this moment?
Yeah. At this moment, what do you want to do?
Could either.
I guess what did you want to do here?
I wanted to get the gold.
Okay, and then look at the map, right? Who can stop you? You say no one because you saw Rek'Sai die or some shit, right? And then third thing is, you know, well, I guess you can say you look at the map and you say KO actually stops you, right? Because you can't win 1v1. So that means, you know, you take the safe path so that he can't block you, right? And then I think the idea is, I think you're trying to 1v1 him, right? We don't win by 1v1 unless you have a guaranteed way to win this.
Right.
Like you have 2v1, right? Or maybe he's like level 5 or something. I don't know. You need to have a concrete reason. There's no concrete reason, which is why you lose. So that's the kind of the big idea too in terms of fighting. You only fight when it's unfair, right? Guaranteed win. That's the only fight you want.
Okay.
You don't care about like outplaying or anything like that. You outplay their brain. Okay, that's what you're looking for, right? Okay, what's going on here that maybe we shouldn't be doing?
I could go take the minions in lane because the jungle farm isn't going anywhere.
Right, exactly. You need to clear these minions, right? Because here's the argument is that one, you can do jungle and then push. After you push, what do you do? Oh, not sure, right? And then the second is, oh, you can kill all these minions and come down to jungle and then go back and kill more minions, right? So push out first, okay? Push out past the river first. This is the only time I saw you do this, so I don't think it's a big deal. But definitely, how many minions are we losing top? Let's watch. So this is 1 wave. That's 2 waves. It's like 5 waves. This is a lot of waves. You guys lost a lot of money top, right? So push it past the river, right? Why would I say push it past the river?
That way it'll push back to you.
Right, perfect. So that's what you already know the reasoning. Just do it, right? And then oh no, why are we mid? Are we looking for something? I don't know. You're done. You're done. Oh no! All right, yeah. It's like okay. Let's talk about this. So in this team fight, what do you die to?
I die to Oriana.
Okay, Oriana ulti. What else? That tells you that if Annie stuns, you don't walk up, right? Because she's gonna ulti you.
To Oriana, I could die to Rek'Sai.
Right. From where? Where would you say?
I would say the river right there.
Right here? This is perfect, right? Right here. This is perfect as well. He can even come from behind and you're screwed. You have no flash, right? And I would say don't even trust Zillion on this because you die too fast, right? You can blame Zillion for this, but like I think you just die way too fast, right? There's no way. What else do we die to? That's about it, right?
I think so.
So that means unless you see this Ori ulti is used, don't get in range. And you don't see Rek'Sai use his tunnel and or flash, don't get close, right? So it's just that we're just kind of losing fights / the game for our team, right? We're just like throwing, you know what I'm saying? Consider every death a throw. That's what I want you to think right now. Okay. Consider every death a throw, okay? And then fast forward, and then this doesn't look good, right? You need to leave, right? You need to ulti and get out. Everyone needs to run, right? Because the things we talked, oh my gosh, you missed ulti. But you're in range of Rek'Sai dash, right? He's gonna tunnel. Oh, we're dying here, aren't we? 100% dead here, right? Oh no. So that's the idea. Oh my god. Okay, how'd you almost get away with this? Let's take a look. You died to polymorph. Jinx is not hitting you. Yeah, you should just die for free here, right? Would you say?
Yeah, I should have died.
So what should you do instead here in this picture?
I would say not even walk that way. I would walk back through blue.
Remember, what is our method? 1, you want to do something. I want to hit Oriana. 2, you look at the map, okay? And then you see all these people. And 3 is, how did they stop me? Right. Anything like Rek'Sai turns around. Ori has no ult, right? But maybe something like Rek'Sai turns around or Lulu polymorph, right? It's automatic loss, right? So I think that's like your main issue is this you need to prioritize staying alive. I think you're prioritizing like you need to do damage. I think that's what you're kind of thinking is we need to get something done. But you only get to get something done if you can't just like immediately die for it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. It's like doing the opposite, right? It's really strange because most players think that AD carry's job is to do damage, right? But that's not actually true. Because let's say for example you're playing AD carry and you know that Oriana ult is gonna kill you, so you walk up, she ults, and you dodge it. Okay, did you win the fight for your team or not?
Yes.
Automatic win, right? Did you do any damage?
No.
Agreed. So it's not about doing damage like ever, right? You get to do damage when you hit the closest guy. Yeah, exactly. It's that if they screw up, you automatically kill them for free, right? That's kind of the idea. Is you have this innate pressure of being the AD carry, and you're scaling too. That counts too. Oh, oh no. That's kind of the big idea of your gameplay is that everything is really good except this stuff, right? Like, what are we in range of right now?
Ori, his dash.
Right, even Rek'Sai flash, right, would be unable to react to it, right? So if you want to do something, you have to. If you want to make a play, it'd be something like they're going to use Ori ult on me. I'm gonna ulti flash, right? But at this rank, you don't even need to do that. Right? You just need to make sure you don't die to this because the enemy Jinx is gonna die to it. I promise, right? And then it's like, I think you get away with it here, but it's definitely, the amount of times we didn't get away with it, huh?
It would be shit to get punished at higher ranks. Like
right, exactly. It's just not clean, right? It doesn't make sense. So that's the big idea, right? When you do this dragon, how do you know it's okay? 1, we want to do dragon. 2, we look at the map. 3, how do we know it's okay?
They're all bot. We have all their jungle warded.
2 bot. So what do you have to be afraid of? Ori and Rek'Sai in this push, right? And then that way you're like, oh, okay, you don't face check. Oh, but that's kind of how it works, right? And then how do you know this is not good? This is not working. I think this should not be working, right? How do we know?
It shouldn't be working because our lanes are getting pushed in and we have no vision.
Okay, let's apply the steps, right? Because those are true, but it's not like the big reasons. They're not the big reasons, right? So what's the first step? We want to do Baron, right? What's the second step?
How can they kill us?
Right. So, or look at the map.
Okay.
Right. And third is how do they stop us? Right.
Okay.
So anything like they're over this wall or anything like that. We're actually pretty safe here, right? But I was actually thinking Kale's behind us. Right. So you need to prepare your ulti for Kale. And then once you see Kale, you're like, oh, that's not possible, right? But another big reason why you can't do this is because you have no pink ward on it, right? Oh, we can't keep doing it, right? That parent's gonna kill us. Oh my god, Kale did so much damage. How do we know we can't chase here?
We have 2 people who are very low. And
How do you know you can't chase here? Based on what we're talking about in the last hour.
They could kill me I don't see anybody on the map. They could kill me through jumping over the wall or
right, Rexer over the wall.
Bushes, yeah.
Yep, Oriana from the bush. Right, those are the exact 2 things I'm thinking of right now. So that's how you know is that you need to be super paranoid. Okay. Because if it can kill you, it will. Oh my god, she's right there. If it can kill you, it will kill you, right? Like what's going on right now, right? You need to play around it, and I think you're just not playing around it at all, right? It's like super disrespectful. So every time you get punished, it's actually throwing the game. That's what I want you to think. Okay. That's like the big idea, right? Let me see if we can find some. Let me see if I can. Here's actually a good example. Okay, this is the example I show people when they have this issue, right? Is you can hit the closest guy after you've secured your safety, right? So tell me what you see in this fight, right? In terms of what can kill me. Let me mute this. Okay, let's pause. What can kill me on this screen?
Jax could flash hop to you.
Right, agreed with the stun.
TF could ult if he had it.
Right, flash gold card too. I think works, right?
Yeah, if that's right in range, and then Bard could ult.
Right, but something like Bard ulti, right? So we're saving our flash for something like that, right? So tell me, kind of the ideas we're looking at here, right? When you see this fight, right?
Oh my god. That was just so clean. You just
so was I in
anything that could like immediately kill you.
Right. I was never in danger.
Right.
That's the idea, is that you're never in danger. So when you are in danger, you leave. Like he channels that stun. What happens if you leave? He wasted his stun, right? So what happens if Go-Kart picks a card and then you don't get hit? He doesn't have a card, right? So that's the idea, is this is what you need to do. This is the part you're missing, right? Because I think what you would have done is just like walk up and try to auto attack, right? Yep. So your main goal is to stay alive, okay? I promise you, the way you play, you don't need to do damage. You already know, you're already really good at that, and you're really good at kind of knowing what to do. It's just that you put yourself in a spot where you just automatically die, right? And I think that's the thing you need to work on, right? Because if you die, it's just like there's actually nothing you can do, right? Let me show you a different example. Let me see. Ignore the build because it was kind of it's just pretty funny. But I'm gonna show you clips from this. Okay, tell me what you see in this fight. Right, what can kill you? What can kill you on their team?
Where are you?
It's just in general, right? But we're at the tower basically.
Okay. Nami ult, Fizz ult, Lucian can ult, Graves could throw his blind. It's like the big thing to see Nami bubble.
Right. So let's say top 3 things. So most common things that are gonna kill you, like you said, like Fizz ulti, right? And Nami bubble, right? And there's actually Brand here too. So Brand stun, right? So let's take a look at what's going on here. So if you can get hit by that stuff, you can't hit someone. But if you can't get hit, then you can hit the closest guy, right? So that's kind of the big idea, right? Is you need to dodge first over anything else, right? Is always dodge first, right? Don't get hit first is the number 1 step, right? So in this clip, there is also no way I can die, right? If you see the Fizz ulti, Nami's too far away, right? There's no way you can die, right? Is the idea. That's what I want you to see when you look at your replay. Is that there's literally no way to die, right? So when we go back to this and then we watch another fight, let's see. Let me see. Fast forward. Okay, let's watch this. Right. How do we know this is losing?
I'm in range of Rek'Sai and Orianna. I'm the first one walking out there.
This is true. There's also a bigger reason why you know this is losing.
They've made an advantage since
yes.
you have Annie up top.
Yes, your Annie's not here, so this is an automatic loss, right? It should be automatic loss, right? So I don't know what happens, but somehow you guys kill everyone, right? Let me see what's going on here. Their kill probably doesn't show up, is my guess, right? They got 4 people. Their kill just literally, their kill is actually at top too. So turns out you guys get away with it, but I think this is automatically losing. Even if you're out of range of this stuff, you don't want this fight, right? That's the kind of the big idea we want you to work on. Okay, is applying this method. Is step 1, you want to do something like you want to ulti this guy, right? Step 2, look at the map. Okay, this is losing because Annie's not here, so you stop. What do you do instead? You run because this is not good, right? And then in terms of like other regular fights, you know, step 1 is you want to hit the closest guy. Step 2 is how do they kill me, right? Maybe Fizz ulti from the side, right? Then step 3 is, you know, can't get Fizz ulti, so you leave, right? Oh no, what happened here? Oh, is this Jinx Lulu? Either just have more people. Right? So it's kind of your only problem is that you put yourself in a spot where you can't win. Right? So the band-aid fix for you, this is like the quick and dirty fix that you can just use in your games immediately, is push out your waves, sit at your tower, and you help the fight. I'm not even joking. Like every time you try and do something, you just die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? Anytime out of lane, in lane you were doing good, okay? But out of lane, every time you try to do something, it was like automatic death. Right? I don't know how else to put it, but it's just like it's kind of crazy because if you can fix this one thing, you look really good. You look like a platinum player already. It's just you just die 24/7. So you need to fix every single death. Anytime you die, right? Like this is looking for this camp is okay, maybe, but I don't think it works because why? You don't have a ward, right? There's something that can go wrong here, but it's just like we're so far forward, right? What are you gonna do if you know they speed up KO and he hits you? Oh, we got a problem, right? It just doesn't make sense, right? You need to stay safe, right? Anything like this, how do we know you can't walk through here?
Split up for my team. No.
Who's missing on the map? Right? Who's missing on the map?
I believe Orianna. No, Orianna.
Ori's here, right? Right. So it could be Rek'Sai here. Yeah. Could be KO here. You're done, right? So that's the first thing you need to do is make sure you can't die no matter what. Also, this is also in range of Orianna ult.
Where would you have gone?
Right here.
In this scenario.
In this spot.
I feel like in a lot of my games, it happens exactly the same way. I walk out into the river thinking it's like, all right, let's try to contest this, and then
oh shit, you're dead here too.
One other guy, and then the exact thing you just described. It happens. And then
oh my god, he's killing. Why is he killing Warwick? He could have killed you. But this is what you do: is you don't know what's gonna happen. You wait. Okay. Similar to how you don't use your abilities if you don't know it's good, is you hold on to it, right? So you stand here because they can't see you, right? And then, you know, if we see Rek'Sai here, but let's say, you know, KO doesn't show up, right? And you ultied someone in the fight. They were basically 4v5 and you're winning. KO shows up, okay, you focus him, right? So you're good to go. But under no circumstances, you know, even if your team dies, KO never showed up, you didn't help, there is no way you could have helped without dying too. Right. Is the idea, right? Let's say this is Kassadin, okay? And you walk through here, you die, instant loss, right? You guys lose, right? But let's say you don't walk through here, you stand here, and he just stares at you, and no one moves, right? Maybe you can help with ulti, right? But Kassadin didn't get to do anything,
right?
Right. So at the very least, you know that this is not a losing play. But if you do walk through this river, you're 100% gonna lose, right? There's no way they can fuck this up unless he like doesn't hit you for whatever reason, right? That was actually incredible. Let me watch this. Oh my god, he straight up just like ignores you or something. I don't know, but you guys get away with this. So oh, okay, let's watch this part. You see this right here? How come he was already 0 HP? Because he just walked up to Annie, I bet. Right?
Alright.
If he didn't have a Lulu, he would have died straight up. So if you can not do this, you automatically win fights for your team. That's what I want you to think. Against 80 carries out of your rank, you just need to do this thing. Okay.
So wait till the other ADC makes a mistake and then.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Or since you're playing Varus, you just ulti someone who's out of position. Right. You have a lot of say in the game. Right. So if you don't die, you're like automatically winning the game. Is what I want you to think. Right. Especially with the AP build, you don't even have to hit a backline. You hit the front line and you're winning the game. Right. All you have to do is just not die. That's the secret. Right. Like fighting this kill, how do you know you win? You can't win. Right. You don't want to go top here. Or rather, you can go top. You just don't want to fight him. Right. Okay. What's going on here? Okay. This is dicey. Right. How come you can't walk through here?
I'm by myself.
Right.
You just by myself initially.
It's just like, I don't know how you can walk through here because you just die. You just need to ult someone and you win, right? That's all you need to do on AP Varus, right? Oh, okay, you guys won. That's all you need. That's all I need to know. I see this. You guys automatically win, and you can't die, right? How do we know you can't die?
That we just bursted someone down immediately.
No. You guys, killing someone does not equate to not dying.
Okay.
Right? Because remember our example of Annie stuns Orianna and then Orianna 5-man ults after the stun's over, right?
Right.
Yeah, you guys are bursting someone down doesn't mean you guys are winning, right? Let's say you guys are Warwick ulti Jinx, so the whole team follows up, and then Orianna ulti from the side, for example, right? It doesn't work that way, right? How do you know you're not dying? What are the things that you said are gonna kill you?
Orianna's mid and Rek'Sai, I believe, is up above Jinx right now.
Right, so they're not in range. That's how you know. It's literally impossible. Or Rek'Sai's here, and then he's running. He used his dash, right? And if he flashes in, it's not winning. Right, so all you have to do is hit the closest guy, and then you win, right? I think for you don't even get to that step, right? You skip the first step, which is making sure you stay alive, right? That's literally all you have to do, is what you just did, and you win every single game. I promise. Okay, you win every single game at this rank, and you're good to go. It's just that for you, it's just like we're just like here, it's the same thing, right? Is how do you stop this Orianna ult?
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. You need to. Right, you need to have a plan, right? You need to flash it, or you need to stopwatch it. But I think for you, you're not thinking about that part, right? The damage is like, don't worry about maximizing your damage. Worry about not dying. Okay, that's your only concern. I think that's the only thing you need to look at. Everything else is really good. Mechanics is really good, right? Usually when you're pushing out lanes, you're doing really well. It's just you try to 1v1 KO that one time. That didn't make sense, right? But it's just this one idea of keep yourself safe first, right? Don't die, and you're gonna win. Like let's see if we can find some examples of team fights here. Let's see. Let me see. This is just some random Kog'Maw fight. Let's see what's going on here. All right. So were we in danger in this fight?
Not really.
Right. So how far away are we from this Ken and this Rakan?
Pretty far. You got two people between you.
Right. And then once their engage is over, you automatically win because you hit the closest guy. Right. So let's go to here. What's going on here? Okay. This is a loss. I can see on the Place TV. This is a losing fight. Right. How come?
You guys weren't prepared for the Warwick and the whole rest of the team to come out of the fog of war. Two
reasons here, right? One is they're engaged. We're not prepared, right? But the biggest reason is there are more people.
Okay.
Right. So this is 5v3, 4v3, automatic loss. Doesn't matter how strong. I'm 4-0. Literally does not matter. Okay. I have QSS. Doesn't matter because we didn't prepare for, let's say, Sion ulti or Rakan ulti. Right. We have QSS for Ashe ulti. We didn't prepare for Rakan ulti, right? So automatic loss, right? Let's see if we can find a different fight here. So how about this fight? What's going on here?
You guys had the man advantage, and they weren't considering what you guys could have done to go on them.
Right. Perfect. Man advantage is automatic win, and then vision is just extra, right? How about this fight? What's going on here?
They just used all their spells on the rest of your team.
Right. That's how we know we can't die. Exactly. Right. You see this Warwick ulti, you see Rakan using dash ready, and then the game's over. Right. All you have to do is hit the closest guy and make sure you don't die. And this is, what is this? Challenger, Diamond 1? Doesn't matter. Right. It's the same like kind of way you're supposed to play the game because it's the way that works. Right. We don't play the game like this because it's like, oh, this is how we want to play it. We play it because it's the way that works, right? And
Right.
then because it works, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at this fight, right? So this is something I think you want to do. Well, you want to be aggressive. You want to hit the closest guy, and then it's gonna look like something like this when you can do it right, right? The way you play, you really want to get up in their face. So the way to do it is make sure there's no way for them to stop you, right? So what are some ways they can stop us here, right? It's got Trundle Pillar, which is over, combo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Fizz ulti, which we already saw used. So once you can, if you can, this is what it should kind of look like if you can do what we talked about today, which is like make sure you can't die to what they have, right?
Right.
So we know we can't die to Fizz because he has no ulti, for example. We know we don't die to Olaf because he has no ulti, for example. And Jin doesn't have a thing that kills us, so we're good to go, right? That's how you can. That's when you can do something like this, right? So when you're in their faces because they have no way to kill you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, this is similar to your games, I think. So let me. I actually just pressed tab here. So let's see. Let's see if I can pause on the tab. Right. Okay. What can kill you on their team specifically?
Trundle can slow you. Olaf has can't remember the name of the item, but he can just movement speed right onto you. Fizz has the Protobout.
Well, what abilities specifically kill you?
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm thinking items. Trundle Pillar.
Yes, Trundle Pillar.
Olaf Qs and ults.
That's true. I would say that's actually very possible.
Fizz ult. Fizz
right.
Can, jump ulti too.
Fizz ulti.
Jin could either ult or root you.
I'll say Jin's not gonna be. Most of the time, that's not what's gonna happen. That kills you, right? Statistically speaking, that's not gonna happen. But it is.
Like follow.
Right. Yeah, it's more of the follow up, right? It is technically true that it's possible, but right now it's not. Maybe 6 items, yes, but now not. And then what's the last one?
Alistair being able to all in you and stuff.
It's combo, right? So how do we solve this? Okay, we have net for pillar. We're going to use heal to kite Olaf, right? So that's 2. Flash for Fizz ulti, right? So and then we don't have one for Alistar. So either you make sure Fizz ulti is gone and you can flash Ali combo, or you make sure that Ali combo is gone and you can flash Fizz ulti, right? But these 2 are solved. So let's take a look at this fight, right? So when we're doing this fight, you're gonna notice pretty much one thing is you're gonna play maximum safety, right? Even when a team is fighting, we're running away, right? So it's actually impossible for them to do that. What we just said to us, right? Actually impossible, right? Not in range of Ali combo, not in range of Fizz ulti. So Olaf tries to suicide into us, we win, right? And then you're good to go, right? And then because you did that, it's now it's 4v2 or 4v3, so it's free win. That's what I want you to think. Is if you're not sure, right? In this chaos, maybe we can't come up with this stuff in time, right? And it's really hard to come up with these ideas in time, right? Oh, we're gonna target our flash for Fizz ulti, right? Then what you do is you play super safe, right? Like how far away are we from this tower, right? What's the distance between me and Fizz?
Another tower.
It's like he has to flash ulti. If he flash ultis me, I can just like walk away. That's how far away I am. Right? That's kind of the idea, right? There's no way for it's so far away. Alistar can't flash a combo, right? That's what we want you to do. That's your only goal in your next 10, 20 games is practice this idea. Okay, it's just never die. You want to hit something, you need to make sure you don't die. Okay, so this 3-step method will help you the most, right? Is you want to do something, look at the map. How do they stop me? Okay, and then before team fights, you press tab and you say these are the top 3 things that are going to kill me, and do not die to that no matter what, right? Not every team fight is winnable. Your team is going to get caught and you cannot win. It's a fact, right? So right, you need to stay alive, right? Let's say let me give you an example where I'm doing the same thing you were doing, right? Okay, let's take a look at this Kai'Sa game. I think it was this one, right? Skip here. Okay, what are we doing wrong here? Whole team got caught, not our fault, right? So what's our mistake here?
I don't know. you were in range of some of their engage.
What's the first thing we look at when it comes to winning or losing fights? What's the first consideration?
Look at the map.
Right. So how many people are there?
There was either 3 or 4 of them, and I think 2 of you.
Well,
Actually,
if
like all 5.
right, they're all 5 and we have 2, right? So is it possible to defend?
No.
Right, we say no, always no. Okay, unless you have some kind of mechanical plan to win 2v5, which we do not. Right, clearly we have no flash, so it's not possible, and no cleanse. So then what was the mistake we did? We tried to defend.
Okay.
Right, it's not possible. You put yourself in a situation it's literally impossible to win, so you automatically die. So that's a throw, right? We threw this. We threw and we almost lost the game here, but our Jack saved it, right? And then what about this one? This is really cancer, but this also counts, right? What's going on in this fight? Or what's going on here?
You were getting flanked. Wait, what was that? Was that a Zoe fucking Q?
Right. So, right. So what's the mistake here?
You were too far off.
I was too far. I was in range, right? We're in range, not ready to dodge. So,
right.
It's automatic loss, right? You lose the game for your team, right? This is actually winnable if we can stall this and TP backdoor, right? There's actually a way to win. So, this is the thing. This is the thing I want you to work on: is never get caught. I would rather have you stand there and not contribute than walk up and get caught and also not contribute.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's what I want you to work on. Okay, your next, dude, until you can have 0 deaths, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, everything else is good enough. Trust me when I say that. Okay, is that everything else is good enough to get you to platinum. It's this one thing that is the only reason why you're losing games. I promise. Okay, I promise. Work on that only, and you're good to go.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. Everything makes sense, right? Any questions?
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I think that's enough to think about. It's just kind of one task, you know. Don't die.
Sounds exactly. One task only. One task only. Do not die no matter what. Okay, and then the way to kind of pinpoint your deaths is something like this. Okay, so what I do is I have a reason for my death, and this number is how many times I died to it.
Gotcha.
In the past week.
Yeah,
right, we add to it. So what's my problem? What do you think?
Engaging.
Right, we're dying to engage something in front of us. Something like Flash Johnny ulti or something like I don't even know nowadays. But I haven't died to that in a while. But the last 2 weeks, this is the thing that kills me the most. And then this is the other 2 things. Right, we're trying to help our teammates and we didn't check the map. So that's how you know. That's how you know what your biggest problem is. So your biggest problem is just it'd be something like let's see, none of these, I guess. It's basically how can they kill me, right? You can say something like ways they kill me, and you fell for it, and then you like add 1 to the count, right? That's what you do before a team fight, right? It's like, you check let's say you look at this and you say what's on their team. Okay, so what can kill you on this team?
Blitz, Wukong, Evelyn, getting caught.
Right, specifically, so that when you see it, you'll know it's gone. Right.
Okay, so I could get ulted by the monkey. I could get stunned, or not stunned. I could get charmed by Evelyn.
Yep.
Vigar stun, Blitz
right.
hook.
Right, exactly, perfect. And then Tristana is not a problem until like 3 items or 4 items, so you don't worry about that yet. Right. So you go into, since there's a lot of things, you go into fights and you say, I'm going to say super far back until I know for sure they can't catch me. Okay, if you're not sure because there's so many things, you stay super far back. Right. What about this one?
I would say don't get charged by, I can't think of his name. Urgot.
Right? Urgot flip. Probably number 2. Number 3.
Rammus.
Right, Rammus.
I want to get taunted by him.
Literally gonna flash taunt you. Okay.
Yeah. Kale's not really an issue. I guess there's no real CC with Misfortune. Just kind of stay away from her at all range.
Right.
Caught by something else, and then stay out of range of Bard stun be ready.
What's the big one on Bard? I would say this is number one.
I would say dodging his ult, I guess.
Yes, his ulti is number one. Because you get hit by ulti, Rem is gonna channel Q on top of your body. Right? So that's what you need to watch out for. Okay. And I promise you, if you can do this in champ select or like before team fights, you'll be very aware of what can kill you. Okay. And then when you die to it, you're like, oh shit, that was a mistake. Right.
Gotcha.
That's how you know. Okay. Is you die to one of these things. The other deaths are something like map awareness related, but I think that's less important than this right now. So definitely take a look at that. Okay. All right, cool. If you have any other questions that come to mind, feel free to message me on Discord. Otherwise, good luck in your games. Let me know how they go.
All right. I really appreciate it, Alan. You have a good
Yep,
one.
no problem, dude. Good luck.